Think about what we learned in school. Knowledge is shared. If you borrowed someone else's work, you cited your sources. And if you came up with a new idea, it still came from somewhere, and you're expected to show that trail. I know I'm not the only one who feels this. It's getting harder to trace where these ideas in this space actually came from. Ideas just don't happen out of isolation. They're built on other ideas. And that's what I'm noticing in the narcissism space. A lot of the time, it looks like people are independently arriving at the same idea, when realistically, that's rarely how knowledge actually develops. What I see is often borrowing without credit. Here's one example. In 2024, Dr. Ramani said 1 in 6 people fall somewhere on her narcissistic spectrum or have narcissistic personality style. She talked about this in 2 major interviews on Diary of a CEO and Dr. Mayam Bialik, reaching millions of viewers. As a result, that 1 in 6 figure is now widely associated with her. But H.G. Tudor had already said 1 in 6 people were narcissists years earlier on his blog in 2017 and in 2019 on his video, The Ultra Framework, and many times since in videos and interviews. Here's another example with classification systems of narcissists. Dr. Ramani Durvasula introduced low-grade, mid-range, and high-range narcissist in 2021. H.G. Tudor outlined lesser, mid-range, greater narcissists back in 2017. And the overlap between these models is pretty clear. HG's upper lesser type A or Dr. Ramani's low-grade narcissist is someone who doesn't wear a facade or a mask. They're immature, shallow, egocentric, haphazard, and overtly sexual. The mid-range narcissist, which has the exact same name, wears a facade, is the most common type of narcissist, and they see themselves as a good person. And they're actually seen as good people in public, but at home, they're pretty different. There's a lot of other overlap in these videos, those two, the mid-range, but it'd take too long for me to talk about here. HG's greater or Ramani's high-range narcissist is charming, calculating, highly manipulative, and often shows up in positions of power over companies, industries, or countries. To be clear, borrowing isn't the problem. Borrowing's normal and it's necessary. The issue is when the origins just quietly disappear. But borrowing with credit keeps the space clear for everyone. Take care.